Hanging out here at the Hilton Hotel in Sandestin with my man Joe Goodman here. I'm Lauren Sisler. And of course, the last couple of years, it's been a topic of discussion, talking about Auburn possibly moving to the SEC East. It's something that people tend to dig up a lot about, and Pat Dye, one of those guys that has commented on it. You asked Gus Malzahn about it, and an interesting response from him today here at the meetings.
Yeah, really a fascinating response to something that Pat Dye has been able to keep in the news. It's not actually been a topic of discussion here in general meetings between athletic directors, but as far as the media is concerned, anytime anyone associated with Auburn talks about moving to the SEC, there's going to be a buzz. But today, Gus Malzahn's answer to a simple question was pretty fascinating. I'm going to go ahead and just read it verbatim, maybe in a dramatic voice, because we all know Gus Malzahn's voice is so exciting. So I asked him, do you actually think that would be a good thing for Auburn to move to the SEC East? And he said, if you look at the way the map is set up, I mean, it's kind of like a common sense thing. I mean, and to even suggest that it makes any sense at all to move Auburn to the SEC East out of a division with Alabama is kind of like blasphemy, as far as I'm concerned, in the state of Alabama. Anyway, he went on, but it's a lot more to it than that. There's a lot of rivalries involved. There's a lot of moving parts. So, you know, that's probably far away if that ever does happen. So he ended the quote there with a little Big Lebowski coach speak. A lot of moving parts, you know, a lot of ins, a lot of outs. But, I mean, the first part of that quote is pretty interesting because no one wants to see, the bottom line is no one wants to see the Iron Bowl taken away from the state of Alabama.
Absolutely.
If you move Auburn to the SEC East, then they're not going to be able to play every year the way that it's currently set up now.
First of all, I like the way you went into character there. Now, we flipped the script a little. So there is some discussion. You move Auburn to the East. What about moving Alabama to the East? Does this even make sense? Is it even possible?
Okay, the only way that I see that this making sense, okay, and you have to really put on your tinfoil hats here, all right, is if the SEC expands further, okay,
right,
and adds like an Oklahoma and a Texas or something on the other side of the region of the SEC footprint, at which point it would be really loaded on the SEC west side, if you're following with my theory here, and then that would make sense to move Auburn and Alabama to the East. But even then, I mean, it's going to really, I don't know. Would the Alabama, so this is a question, would the Alabama legislature pass an emergency injunction to prevent Auburn from moving to the SEC East? Yes, I would not put that past our legislatures.
Good response there. So, my final question for you is, do you think this is ever going to happen?
No, absolutely not. I don't think it's ever going to happen. There's kids running in front of our shots because they think this topic is completely absurd. And the bottom line is, the state of Alabama is made special by this rivalry,
I
okay,
agree,
between Alabama and Auburn. It is ingrained in our culture, okay? I think
doesn't matter the record. All records out the window. The slate is clean when you hit that Iron Bowl every single year. I've learned that in the 6 years I've been here in Alabama.
I think maybe it makes for great topics of discussion this time of year. It kind of,
because it's rather quiet.
For people like Pat Dye, maybe it lessens the importance of Alabama in this state in his mind somehow to bring up this as topic of discussion, but no, absolutely never. No way.
He's Joe Goodman. We missed the hat. I'm sorry you didn't wear it today, but hey, I guess it's starting to rain. And who needs a hat on the beach, right? I mean, whatever.
It's raining. Let's get in.
All right. Thanks so much, Joe. Thanks for watching. And for, of course, all your updates here from Sandestin from the SEC meetings, you can visit us on AL.com.